Random House Audio presents The Daughter's Walk by Jane Kirkpatrick. Read for you by Kimberly Farr. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way. Walk in it." Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21. Nothing strengthens the judgment and quickens the conscience like individual responsibility. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, 1848. God is love. Love is the proof of God, and forgiveness is the proof of love. Dale Kramer in Levi's Will. Prologue. Mica Creek, Washington State, March 1901. Go back! Just go back! The woman glared at the dog, who stopped, his tail down, ears tipped forward in confusion. "You can't come with me," she said. "I'm not part of this family anymore." Her voice cracked at the truth that now defined her life. Heavy, wet snow fell on the solemn pair. The dog failed to obey. Even in this she was powerless. She looked at the window, hoping her mother or sister might wave. No one. She returned to the dog. "Go back, please," she pointed, her voice breaking. "Go, sailor. Go home." The dog curled his bushy tail between his legs and then turned, walking toward the farmhouse now shrouded in snow. He looked back once, but she pointed, and he continued back to the family as she'd ordered. The woman bit her lip to avoid crying, then stuffed the packet close to her chest to keep the papers dry. She pulled her fur coat around her. Maybe she shouldn't have worn it. Maybe her success offended them, and that's why they'd refused. The wind shifted, drove pelting snow into her face. She'd forgotten her umbrella at the house. It mattered little. She'd left so much more behind. She trudged toward the railroad tracks, taking her first steps into exile. Part 1. Family. Chapter 1. Decision. My name is Clara Estby, and for my own good my mother whisked me away. Well, for the good of our family, too, she insisted. Trying to stop her proved useless, because when an idea formed in her Norwegian head, she was like a rock crib anchoring a fence, strong and sturdy and unmovable once it's set. I tried to tell her I did. We all did. But in the end, we succumbed to her will, and I suppose to her hopefulness, never dreaming it would lead where it did. I certainly never imagined I'd walk a path so distant from the place where I began. But I'm getting ahead of myself, telling stories out of sequence, something a steady and careful woman like me should never do. It began on an April morning in 1896, inside our Mica Creek farmhouse at the edge of the rolling Palouse Hills of eastern Washington State, when my mother informed me that we would be walking from Spokane to New York City. Walking, mind you, when there were perfectly good trains a person could take. Walking 3,500 miles to earn $10,000 that would save our farm from foreclosure. Also, to prove that a woman had stamina. Also, to wear the new reform dress and show the freedom such garments offered busy, active, sturdy women. Freedom. The only merit I saw in the shorter skirts and absence of corsets was that we could run faster from people chasing us for being foolish enough to embark on such a trek across the country. 2 women alone. We were also making this journey to keep me from making a terrible mistake, Mama told me. I was 18 years old and able to make my own decisions, or so I thought. But not this one. Mama stood stiff as a wagon tongue, her back to my father and me, drinking a cup of coffee that steamed the window. I could see my brother Olaf outside, moving the sheep to another field with the help of Sailor, our dog, dots of white like swirling cotton fluffs bounding over an ocean of green. Such a bucolic scene about to reveal hidden rocks beneath it. "We are going to walk to New York City, Clara, you and I." "What?" I'd entered the kitchen, home for a weekend from my work as a domestic in Spokane. My mother had walked 400 miles a few years earlier to visit her parents in a time of trial. We'd all missed her, and no one liked taking over her many duties that kept the family going. But walk to New York City? Why would we walk? And why are we going at all? I had plans for the year ahead, and I figured it would take us a year to make such a trek. My father grunted. "She listens to no one, your mother, when ideas she gets into her head." "Mama, you haven't thought this through," I said. My mother turned to face us, her blue eyes intense. "It's not possible to work out every detail in life, but one has to be bold. Did we know you'd find work in Spokane when we left Minnesota? No. Did we think we'd ever own our own farm? No. These are good things that happened because we took a chance and God allowed it." "We didn't expect me to become injured, to mortgage the farm because we needed money to plant and live on," my father said. It sounded like they'd had this argument more than once, but never in front of me. "Bad things can happen. And this is a bad thing, I tell you." "There is nothing certain in this life," she said to both of us. "We must grab what is given. Occupy until I come, Scripture tells us. Multiply is what that word occupy means. Here is our chance to do that, to save this farm, and all it requires is using what God gave us, our feet and our perseverance, our effort, and a little inconvenience." "A little inconvenience," I said. "I have plans for the summer, and I'm going to go to college in the fall and work part-time. I can't leave my job." Aye. Always it is about you," my mother said. "You won't have money for school if we lose this farm. You'll have to work full-time to help this family. You see your father, he can't do carpenter work as he did before. One must risk for family. We must trust in the goodness of human nature and God's guidance." "But who would pay us for such a thing? Do you have a contract?" The wealthy Spokane people I served often spoke of contracts and lawyers and securities as I dipped squash soup into their spode china bowls or brushed crumbs from their tables into the silver collectors before bringing chocolate mousse for dessert. These were business people who would never try to multiply by walking cross-country without a written contract. These are trustworthy people. They have the New York world behind them and the entire fashion industry, too. What Mama proposed frightened me. "If we make it, how do we know they'll pay us?" If we make it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?